and then basically Kanye coming out and saying, "All right, yeah, let me amend that. No, I did not create." Okay. He said, "This is what Boosie said." Boosie said, "Not all genres, not every style, not Boosie music. You can't relate to nothing I rap about or your music. Nobody listens to Kanye in the projects or the trenches. I'm going to go ahead and say it. My people don't relate to you." Okay? Okay. Then Kanye corrected himself by saying, "I just saw that Wipe Me Down was made in 2007. I take no responsible for whatever that genre would be called." Yo, that is such like a shady comment. He said, "Yo, I take no responsible for whatever that is." It's almost like he's calling it trash. You know what I mean? He's like, "I take no responsibility for that bullshit right there." That's he said, "I take no responsible for whatever genre that would be called." Now, I ain't gonna lie, that set Boosie off, man. Because Boosie then came back and said, "The genre of music I make is called Boosie music. It makes you cry, it makes you smile, it makes you dance, it gives you motivation, it makes you think. It really raised people. I really raise people through music. It's real heartfelt music. No rapper has raised more street niggas than me." Is that true, people? I thought Gucci raised a lot of people. I don't know. Okay. What about Snoop Dogg? Maybe not. Okay. "I make music that makes you feel like we grew up in the same house together. Wipe Me Down is not a genre of music. It's a song." '07. What? "I was almost a decade in. I've been putting out this real heartfelt shit since 98, 99. They just don't give real niggas flowers no more. But I give him to myself." Legend. Okay? Now, after that was said, he got back on live and said this.
How many rappers I raised out there, bro? Like, who don't give me my flowers? Everybody quiet, bro. They don't want to be looked at. They don't want to be on my side and be looked at like you supporting Boosie. That's what I be thinking it is. But they'll give Kanye his flowers, people like that. But Boosie, you know, just he talking about black people. This word. This call this he is white. Ain't nobody raised more mother than me, bro. Not just mostly street athletes. Oh, kind of, bro. Like, a lot of just don't vouch for me because they don't want to look like they on my side. You know, that's a side that a lot of motherfuckers don't want to look like they own. They don't want to feel like they got the same judgments as me, you know. There can't no fuck with me making real music. Like, that's a different. When you raise somebody, that's different. It ain't talking about, "Oh, I like a couple of your songs." It's different. Where rappers can say, who got fans come up to them and say, "You raised me." That's different, bro. I mean, if you real these days, people hate on you. Like, people don't like when you real, bro. You know how many rappers I...
Okay. Now, I think Boosie is trying to get in the conversation. I mean, I don't think, again, I think the type of music that Boosie makes, because it's not mainstream, and I think what Kanye was trying to aim to, like, we got to use a little bit of discernment, right? Kanye was talking about mainstream music, bro. Like, he ain't talking about every fucking type of music ever. He's not talking about shit that was before him. Respectfully, Boosie's been doing music before Kanye. That is a fact, right? So, again, I think Boosie wants to be a part of the conversation, but I don't think necessarily Kanye was talking about music that predated him, nor was he talking about every type of music that isn't mainstream. The artists he mentioned, from Drake to Travis to Weeknd to Future and Thug, mainstream artists that most of their music has mainstream appeal. Boosie, while Boosie has a cult following, Boosie does make hood street music, which is very unique to him. And yes, people, it's almost like a genre called Boosie music. It's not necessarily mainstream as the other artists. Now, granted, some people might be like, well, the nigga said every musical style. We got to use some type of brain power to be like, bruh, it's no way he could think he created some shit that started before he started making music. So I don't think Boosie should have felt offended. Now, a person that did respond was Kid Cudi. Did y'all see what Kid Cudi said? I thought Kid Cudi was, yo, what's up with these pictures Kid Cudi be having, bro? Yo, bruv. Yo, bruv. Bruv. Yo, come on, dog. Yo, what are we doing right now, bro? Bruh, what we doing right now, dog? Anyway, fuck. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I used to rock with Kid Cudi music so heavy. Anyway, he had tweeted something out, or hopefully he didn't delete it, but it was basically kind of like, a little bit shady. Not necessarily, I hate using the word shady, but he was kind of subliminally responded, if you ask me, right? Okay, here we go. So remember Kanye said he really just created everything. And then you see Kid Cudi, he tweets out an article. And let's read this article. We could probably, actually, I think that this is a Wikipedia link or something. I don't know. But it's citing actual articles. It says, acute and often destructive ways, Kid Cudi's sound is what inspired and led Kanye West to create his cathartic 808s and Heartbreak album in 2008, with West later stating that he and Cudi were the originators of the style, kind of like what Alexander McQueen is to fashion. Everything else is just Zara and H&M. Let's actually go find that. By the way, keep in mind, we're calling the governor tomorrow. We got to get Meek Mill off the campaign trail. That's a fact. Okay, let me see. Let's look that up. Everything is Zara, H&M, Alexander McQueen, Kid Cudi. We're going to find, okay, here we go. We want to find the original article. Okay. Yeah. So 2018. Okay, Zara. Okay. Here we go. After those sessions, Kanye excitedly told Complex, oh, never mind. So this is even from an older article. This is from the Kids See Ghosts that happened a few years ago, but apparently, the comment about origination came from 10 years before that, when they recorded 808 and Heartbreaks, or at least when Kanye did, right? It says, after those sessions, Kanye excitedly told Complex, do we have a link on that? We don't have a link on it. Me and Cudi are the originators of styles, just like how Alexander McQueen is the fashion and everything else is just Zara and H&M. Okay, since then they've collaborated on a bunch of projects and whatever the case is. Okay. Kid Cudi threw a monkey wrench into my thought process with Kanye. He did. And this is where, without saying any, names, this is where I wish I had, I used to have, some Kanye defenders to go to war with over topics like this, but maybe I could just do it with you guys in the chat. After I kind of went back and I did a lot of research, chat, I think Kid Cudi is the guy. Hey, hear me out. Now, Kanye is a more successful, better artist overall, bigger innovator overall. But most of these styles that Kanye took credit for in that interview really came from Cudi. Kanye worked with Cudi and adopted them. He adopted them and made them mainstream, and Kanye's responsible for changing the whole state of music or the sound of music, but did he come up with those himself? I can't say he did, people. I can't say he did. I can't say he did. I'm going to be honest with you. If I am to be honest, Kanye West's ingenuity, it's never, and I'm not hate to describe him because you know I love Ye. It's never like, oh, he's the actual person that came up with it. He's usually the person bold enough to say, this is what it is. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's been someone who's, I got to word this right because I don't want people to be like, oh, like you're taking credit from him. I'm trying to, yo, y'all are trolling. Okay, y'all are trolling on the Academy page. Let me go to the other page. Okay, y'all are trolling the chat over there. God damn it. Okay, I'm on the King Akademiks live page now. I got to work off of y'all. Somebody said, what, T-Pain? T-Pain inspired 808s on Heartbreaks? Hell no. Hell no. Bro, this is Cudi, bro. Okay. Hopefully you guys don't take this wrong. Kanye West's genius is really comprised of a bunch of other geniuses that Kanye West has almost helped power and fuel, but also in reality, he rode off into the sunset with their creation, if that makes sense. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Do you get what I'm saying? Kanye, while he's always been bold with what he presents, and he's always broken the mold of mainstream, like the mainstream fabric, we can't act like he's the one who's creating this from his mind. No. Somebody say it was Cudi and T-Pain working on 808s on Heartbreaks. I mean, for some of the auto-tune stuff, like, of course, I'm going to give, like, you know, Payne some credit. But I'm going to be honest with you, 808s and Heartbreak, and I'm giving it more than just the sound, but even, you know, even some of the approach to the content. And okay, this is why it's hard to say this too, because I think that Kanye first inspired, without a Kanye, you don't get a Cudi. This is why, like, again, I know I'm arguing and I'm making a point, but I'm kind of going back on the point too. So I'm kind of feel like I'm running nowhere. So I'm running in place. I think Kid Cudi inspired a lot of the newer sounds and newer iterations of music, but without a Kanye, you don't even get a Cudi. So without Kanye, you don't get a Cudi. So if Cudi then inspires Kanye later on, and then Kanye takes that and runs to the world with it, did Cudi inspire all this, or did Kanye? It's like chicken before the egg. Did that make sense? Like, because it's very easy to, like, when I'm thinking about that sound, at least when it changed, I'm telling you, it's a reason why people used to look at Cudi, and I mean, I still think they do to a certain extent, that he was like this master at that particular like sound and like pocket. And we were waiting for like even more music, and that's why people were pushing Man on the Moon and all that type of stuff. And from right there, I think that did help inspire Ye. And of course they work together, so there is collaboration there. But I can't say that we get a Kid Cudi if we don't have Kanye in the first place. Am I tripping? Matter of fact, let me get on Discord. Let me try to talk to some of y'all about this. If anybody, if anybody is on Discord that want to chat about this, I'll be in my room. I don't know if I'm tripping. If anybody has a decent opinion, you guys could move in and let me know. Somebody said the Cudi hate is weird. Yeah, I in hindsight, and this is why they said, to the victor goes the spoils. Because when the tale is all said and done, the person who's most successful writes the narrative, right? It's easy to write Cudi out of the narrative when he's not the biggest artist in the fucking world anymore. Of course. Or, I mean, he never really was the biggest artist in the world, but he's not at the highlight, or he's not at the peak and the apex of his career. How To Man says, you tripping, Kanye takes from everyone, but creates something great with it. Like the difference between Cobra and a Mustang. Okay, How To Man, good point, but that's what I'm trying to say, though. I agree with your point. Thank you for the 20, by the way. I agree with your point. But it's like, imagine if, like, Kanye's Elon Musk, right? Is Elon Musk the motherfucker who's creating all this shit? No, motherfucker. Like, there's smart guys that he probably employs that comes up with shit. My thing is when someone just unilaterally just takes credit for being the only smart, innovative person without passing the ball. If you understand Kanye's career, you should know that his art has always been a product of tons of geniuses behind him. That's a fact. Whether it's 808s and Heartbreaks, whether it's motherfucking My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, whether even going back to even College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, there was always other geniuses behind him that helped power those ideas. Great. Maybe he was the one to execute and to bring it to market or whatever, but when you hear him in this realm where he's on some shit like, yo, it's just me. No, it's not just you. I guess maybe that's my biggest problem. He takes credit as if he's the only one. If you're gonna take credit for Travis and Drake, I should hear Cudi's name. I'm sorry, I should hear Cudi's name. Cudi was cut without Kid Cudi. We don't get a lot of that. I'm sorry. Check-in report. Thank you for the 5. It says, Kanye kicked down the door for Cudi. And that's what I was trying to say. I felt I'm running in place because you know the sound that we were talking about. That little emo type of wave that eventually became popular. We got from The Weeknd and Drake. Say You Will, even that came from, 808s and Heartbreaks. Like, before that, that's Cudi. That's Cudi influence, right? By the way, Wale Internet, I do see you in here, so you can talk when you want. That's Cudi influence. And I want to give Cudi some credit for being influential in those sounds that followed. Here's the thing, because you're also right, check-in report, because without Kanye, we don't ever get a Cudi, right? Like Kanye has the luxury of, knowing that without him, all these rappers that are emo probably would have got chased out the game. They would have all gotten chased out the game because people weren't respecting people coming in and with some soft shit. But by that definition, I guess Kanye could say, well, without me, you don't get a Juice WRLD, which technically would be true because he ushered in emo rap, right? Like Kanye literally ushered in emo rap, right? But did he?
Kanye just spoke the truth, and y'all want to be like he didn't.
Okay.
Kid Cudi a bomb. His era was over. The last time he sold good records was with Kanye. Only reason we fuck with the album because of Kanye.
Let me ask you a question then. So your favorite artist, Wale, he created Wale's lane as well too.
You're right. It wouldn't be a Wale without Kanye, and I wanted people to say that. A lot of people was like, when Wale came out, he had a lot of rapping wise and ability to make music was similar to Kanye. People were surprised when he signed to MMG. They would say he should have went to Good Music.
Okay.
We wouldn't have Wale without Kanye West. I agree with that. Kanye is the GOAT.
Okay. All right. And I guess like in trying to put down this thought or like deliver this thought to y'all listening is like I'm not saying Kanye ain't the goat. Y'all do know I always say he is. I just talk about I think Kanye also gets like this interview was like so arrogant. You know what I mean? And sometimes that arrogance forgets the other people that have made his genius shine, right? Like those great people who have penned some of those verses, who has created some of these songs, who literally brought to you everything. Because again, when we thinking about musicians of all the great and genius shit we saying about Kanye, Kanye might have not wrote a lyric in the last 5 years. Period. Kanye has Vori writing for him. Kanye got Consequence writing for him. Kanye got everybody writing for him. You get what I'm saying? But who do we give the credit when we get a great album, which I do think Vultures 1 is dope. Who do we give the credit to? We don't be like, oh, these are great writers who have great ideas. No, we just say Kanye is great, right? And
Let's
I
be
do.
honest, Ty Dolla Sign carried Vultures.
No, and
But
yeah, he
we
did too.
give Kanye the credit of being a genius because he's allowed to put everything together, even down to production and engineering.
Carrie says, "Yo, Ak, I know you ain't calling nobody arrogant. You think I'm arrogant?" um, Somebody said Kanye is an actual artist, and I guess also the reason I'm a little shocked that he, I feel like he almost doesn't want to share credit because I've always looked at Kanye as the opposite of what so many other artists do. Kanye's never cared that you knew that he had writers because for him it was always the overall product, right? Kanye was the guy who I think what made him last, like I don't want to name no particular producers, but think about a lot of producers that was running the sample era. They used to loop samples. There's mad of those guys, right? Kanye was one of the people who were like, hey, this art could be better if instead of trying to loop this like fucking sped up piano sample or whatever, how about I bring in like a trained pianist or I don't even know how to say the word, but I'll have that person do a interpolation, right? And they're gonna play that fucking thing. I'm gonna bring in an orchestra, right? This is why My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, if you ask me, was so.
Man, come on, man. So you feel me? Kanye and Boosie, they beefing. I ain't gonna lie, you see the picture I'm using right now for this while I'm talking? What is that stuff at the side of niggas' mouths who sip lean, bro? Like, what is that? Like that shit just looks so like disgusting to me, bro. Like, it just looks so effing nasty. Like besides that, you feel me? Kanye has a lot of D writers. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of my videos get yellow marks, so I'm not really trying to cuss like that. But Kanye has a lot of D writers. Like, I'm a really unbiased person, unless it comes to Big Act. Then yeah, I'm very biased. But you feel me? Kanye is borderline insane. Like, let's keep it a beat. People make Kanye seem like something he's not based off them liking his music. It's like uh oh, female who likes how someone looks, so she doesn't care about any bad thing that he does. Like, if you look at the way Kanye acts and the way he talks and stuff, oh my gosh, I, he Kanye. First of all, he probably thinks he's God. He probably thinks he's Jesus. He every single time something happens with him, you can't say anything. You didn't help me get my family back. Like, bro, we don't know you. You lost your family on your own. Most of the stuff that happens to Kanye is his own fault. Like, you can't go. I'm not gonna say I love Jews. I love everybody. I want to make that very, very clear. But like, you can't go and say that you hate Jewish people. You can't like go and like promote Hitler. Like, I don't. When Kanye does this stuff and then he gets backlash and then like, you feel me? He tries to make it sound, oh my gosh, they're attacking me, this, that. Okay, bro, if you know Jewish people run everything, why are you doing that? Like, your money is not liquid. Kanye is a billionaire, but honestly, not a lot of billionaires are liquid billionaires. Like they don't have the money liquid. Yeah, like, your net worth is $1 billion. Yes, like in stocks, assets, and all that stuff. Now you lost it all. Like he's still probably hundreds of millions of dollars up, but like, bro, come on, like I can't really feel bad for Kanye, bro, at all. And now I know I yap a lot, but let's get into the Boosie stuff now. Him and Boosie was not capping. Boosie makes that's like southern music. That's like southern trap. Like that's why like Kanye ain't really influenced like Lil Wayne and stuff. Like y'all think that Kanye influenced Lil Wayne? I don't really think that he did, honestly. I feel like Wayne influenced the whole generation. Ye influenced like I ain't gonna lie. Like Kanye, I don't know, bro. And the crazy thing, if someone was ever saying anything I said, he'd exile you. You'd get exiled. Like Kanye is a mentally ill man with hundreds of millions of dollars. That's literally what you're seeing. Someone can literally come up to Kanye and have a conversation, and Kanye will hire them. Kanye probably has 100 random people that he has on payroll for no reason. Like they're just getting paid for no reason. Like, and I don't know. I think he's genuinely mentally ill, but hey, it's Ye, so he gets a pass. Like everyone says, everyone just sits there. Oh my gosh, he's a genius. He does this. He was drawing when he was 10 years old. He's this. He's that. It's Kanye West. He's a genius. Man, that man is mentally ill, bro, and he needs help. And I don't agree with people getting locked up like the mentally ill people, like what they did at Fusi, like giving them shots in the butt and stuff. I don't really think that that would help someone like Kanye or like giving him pills or anything. I don't even know what to say. I think he's honestly too far gone, so we just have to let it be. But hey, all we can do is sit there and see what happens. But Boosie and Kanye make totally different types of music, and Kanye was trying to be petty. I mean, you can't really compare Kanye and Boosie at all any type of way. Like Kanye, arguably, is not just rap, like musician overall. Like you could say he's a top 5 in all genres overall. Can you even say that Boosie is a top 20 rapper all time? So it's very very different. But so I'm not trying to, you feel me, bash on Kanye, but someone has to be honest about Kanye. That man is mentally ill and he needs help. But what is the help that he can get? I don't know. He has to help himself. You gotta want help. But yeah, he's too far gone. That he's like stuck in his own ways, and he's too rich too, so he doesn't care. But it's your boy Big Act News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I am out.